Hello everyone, welcome to the Bout Nothin Podcast. I might have clicked start streaming and not start recording, and I was wondering why it was giving me an error message.
If anyone can see us, I'm going to gouge your eyes out.
They can see you. They can only see you. I'm joined by Dylan again today, and our other group of our friend, the third amigo.
Our other group of our friend?
Chase. You're supposed to say something.
I knew you were going to do that. The idea is to talk.
Yeah,
come on.
Well, this is because the joke we made when we were like, Chase is going to show up.
It was exactly because of the joke earlier.
Oh my god, it's Chase's voice.
That being said, shut up. It's part of the joke.
Say something again, Chase.
Hello.
So, I wanted to do that when you introduced yourself. I wanted to do that one.
Chase jump scare.
Yeah, the Chase jump scare. Yeah, man. So, last week, I guess last episode, because they come out probably bi-weekly.
Yeah, it's been a while.
They're going to probably come out, be released bi-weekly, but last episode, it was me and Dylan, and we were talking about what the stuff that Dylan got into, the childhood that he had. That's what I was trying to say there first.
Have I heard about this childhood? I feel like I have.
It was about the trouble that he got into with the law whenever he was invading a golf course illegally with Dakota. And I really wish that a single one of those phrases was a joke, but everything I said there was true.
It's a wheel.
Oh, well,
it's a whole wheel.
I have a great story that he's told me.
In that case, we could start with your story, unless it's a repeat of the story that he mentioned.
It's a repeat of a story he's told me.
I mean, I'm okay with us starting with that, but I was going to say now that we're all here.
It was the one where you were walking in the subdivision.
Okay.
I'm going to kill you if you tell that story.
Well,
do you understand me?
Which story?
No, we are not. We are not talking about that shit.
Is this whenever someone tried to pick you up?
Shut up. Shut up. No, it's not.
Yeah, it is, because he got mistaken.
No, it is. Shut up.
He's a beautiful man.
Chase, I'm going to kill you.
Okay, wait.
This episode's over. You're a fucking dead man.
Oh, boy.
No, wait, wrong button. Wrong button. I meant to do the dupe again. Okay, I have actually heard that one before. I realized that the fourth mic was turned up. That's probably why we were clipping the audio, because we were picking up on another mic in the room. Okay, yeah, we do remember that story, but that one's not going to be told in the podcast, even though they probably can glean from this.
No,
we've said that's enough information. Yeah,
it's just fucking.
He tried to get
Chase.
He tried to get nabbed. So, or no, someone tried to nab. Still, we've known each other since like middle school for like going on 11 or 12 years now.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah. 12 years. Don't be all salty, Dylan.
Shut.
Look at his.
No, he's not salty. He's sad. He's sad, reminiscing about the past.
The weight of remembrance is on Dylan right
It's just not exactly something I wanted to talk about and have published.
It's not going to be published because no one's going to know.
No, they're going to know. I'm going to take a picture of his face and go, hey, look at this man.
Still, we've known each other for like 12 years now. And it's insane to think we've got this huge friend group now, and like a Discord server, and like all these people are coming over regularly. And it kind of just started with the three of us in middle school and high school hanging out, and then we would just regularly go to the mall and Barnes and Noble, and just drink coffee and go to the mall, and we would just really just kind of just hood rat shit. Yeah, honestly, we would just go there. Like we wouldn't even really shop. We were not really good patrons. We would just piss around in stores.
Pretty much. Which we still do.
We definitely just played hide and seek in
oh my God.
bookstores a lot.
I think the employees actually got a kick out of that.
I think everyone got a kick out of it. It's hilarious. Hide and seek's fun no matter how old you are. I don't think people understand that. I think when we grow up, people are like, I'm not going to play hide and seek anymore. But it's fun.
Those who seek.
It's fun just disappearing. I remember I would always walk by and be like, oh, hey, like, there you are, Dylan. And he'd be like, oh, there you are. I lost you. I thought you just disappeared. Chase does that all the time, too.
I remember one of the guys at the Barnes and Noble was just like, hey, aren't you one of the guys that like jumps out at his friends?
We were known.
And I was like,
they fucking knew.
Dude, we had a reputation.
I was like, that's us.
And one thing I've noticed over the time of us like hanging out and getting food and stuff as well is regularly, not like all the time, but like regularly, like a quarter of the time, we'll have servers tell us that they had a long day and that we're the best people that they've had for their table.
Oh yeah, like at
Barnes and Noble recently. Yeah,
not Barnes and Noble.
Sorry, not Burger Smith. Recently.
Yeah, Burger Smith.
Yeah, it's like we would go there and we got burgers and we were just joking, but we were already kind of on our stuff at that point. We were already we wouldn't shut up
on that shit.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
You know why I always got that stuff on me.
I got that thing on.
That sticky.
So like, what is the sticky?
What do you mean? You've had it before?
So you've had it before. But yeah, I like just things like that where we've regularly had people be like oh yeah, it's just been a long day and you guys are hilarious. Like best people I've had on the table, and then I feel obligated to tip more because I feel like I made their day already. So like we've had that too. Where like we've made an impression on a lot of people, mainly as the 3 hood rats, but that's not the point.
We are the do, the fight, and the yeah.
Yeah, or dibs on do.
I'm fight.
Yeah.
Chase, you're yeah.
Perfect.
I was gonna hit another button, but I shouldn't play with the soundboard. Ian's gonna
do
be like, stop
do
playing
the
with the
turn A
soundboard.
jump scare.
Wait, where is this one? Oh yeah,
Yeah.
so
He did Rock and Stone.
Rock and Stone.
He's not going home.
So one thing I wanted to tell you, I wanted to ask you for this podcast.
No, you're telling him.
Fine. I'm going to tell you to tell me.
Okay, I'm telling you
to listen.
Listen.
Good talk. So how did you get involved in competition swimming? I forgot that you did that recently. I was talking to another friend of ours.
Swim?
Yeah, when I was talking to another friend of ours, Amber, who we might have on this podcast later, and she also did competition swimming and offered to teach me how to swim because I'm not good at it. I'm bad. But part of it is also the fact that I can swim, that I'm almost never in the water or in a pool. I just don't swim, so I just keep getting worse at it over time. Mm-hmm. So that made me think, I forgot, Chase did competition swimming and was by the way, worth mentioning, competition swimming, but was completely aloof about it in high school. Yeah. In high school, you were like, oh yeah, I do swim meets and like competition swimming, but you were like, I'm not really competitive. I don't really want to. You were like, I don't really want to.
No, I was like, I hate it.
Do.
Exactly. Yeah, you were like, swimming's cool. I like it. It's fun, but like, I'll be honest, like I do it for like 2 hours a day. It's kind of stupid. So like, how did you start doing that, and why did it go on for as many years? Because it was like 4 years you did that shit.
I think it was actually 2.
Oh, really? It felt like it felt like more than all of high school. But that's
for
why
the longest time I've comprised that era as like most of your early childhood.
Yeah, it was Chase's swimming era. Yeah. We don't talk about it.
Right.
So how did you start?
Okay, so the memory's kind of phasey.
Good. You're like, I repressed it.
It was before he ascended from Murloc.
Well, it's more so I don't remember. I think
this was a Murloc?
Play the noise. Find the noise.
What noise?
The Murloc noise.
What is a Murloc noise?
Still, I don't know where that button is. Still keep going.
So anyways, I think I would just started going to school.
Mm-hmm. With us, yeah.
And your parents were like, get that motherfucker in a pool.
Dude, honestly, he's homeschooled. Put him in a pool.
I can't remember
Timmy, swim.
Oh, God. Yeah, I can't. It was either just before I got out of public school or like maybe a year after I got out of. It was summer, I think, and I had just gone to your school.
Yeah,
but my mom's like, "Yeah, you're not going to sit around all summer and do nothing."
Damn.
She's like,
okay, so it was your mother that put you into it.
Oh yeah,
I mean, and also it's worth mentioning. I love your mom, Chase. That's definitely something she would say, though.
But wait, that's not how it started.
Oh,
it started as a swim practice thing. Mm-hmm. And she's like, yeah, you're going to do something at least. And I think it was like 30 minutes. And
she just saw the pool and was like, oh, man, that looks kind of
She heard us talking about...
Your mom just pushes you in the pool.
Yeah. Sure. Get in there. Sink or swim.
So...
yeah, they... this is probably... She heard us talking too much about playing Uncharted 3 together. and she was like, no, they're not going to play Uncharted 3 together.
My son's going to be like swim. Nathaniel Draconis.
Actually, I don't think Uncharted 3 was even out then.
Oh, really? So it was before then?
It was definitely before.
We like first
started
talking whenever we were trying to play a game together, and we couldn't play Uncharted 3 together because I didn't have PlayStation Plus.
Right.
And so we were like, well, we can still play Uncharted 3, and like we just chatted and played something else, I think. But
just out of curiosity, this was before I showed up, wasn't it?
You might have.
You showed up at the school the same time I did.
You might have just started, but like we didn't form our like friend group yet.
Oh,
like
right.
It was basically like I
don't blame you, dude. My first impression there was fucking dog water.
Well, I was saying Chase came like a little before you, and I was friends with Chase a little bit.
Yeah, I remember.
So I talked to Chase, and then Chase sat behind you, and you talked to Chase.
I remember my first conversation with you was at the house, and you were like watching Family Guy or something, and I'm like.
I couldn't watch Family Guy growing up. My mom wouldn't let me.
No, I swear you were.
Dude, our childhoods were so great.
Wait, no, I think you might have been watching The Big Bang Theory.
It might have been that. I feel like I was allowed to watch that, which is comical. Like I feel like my mom would let me watch a Family Guy more than that. But
I think I was talking to you for about 5-10 minutes, and I'm like, "Sup?" You're like, "Sup?" I was like, "Oh, so you're her son?" You're like, "Yeah."
Yeah, you're the teacher's son. What a dumbass! What a nerd!
And then
Stay the fuck away from me.
And then I think the conversation went stale. I think I watched.
Pretty much. Sounds about right.
I think I watched a little bit of the show with you, and then my parents were like, "Hey, time to go." I'm like, "Okay."
It went.
I'm like, "Well, see ya."
It was. it went stale, and you were like, I like this guy.
I didn't even.
The conversation died, and you were like, I like this kid.
This is great. This is the best conversation I've ever had.
This kid's got my energy.
Well, actually, there was actually more to the swim story, though.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. We're not done with that still.
But so
the second lap.
one of the people in the swim instructor thing, because there was actually a lot of kids a lot younger than me.
Yeah,
they were like, hey, they went up.
Are you a bit old to be?
Well, they went up to my mom and they're like, hey, he's a pretty good swimmer. Are you sure he doesn't know how to swim?
They threw your ass under the bus.
And she's like, oh no, he knows how to swim perfect. She's like, I just didn't want him doing nothing for the summer. They're like, oh, we have a swim team.
Oh my god,
those bastards.
So
little did they know they ruined a young Chase's life. I'm just joking.
So it started out as I think it was an hour originally. So it'd be like you do like 4 laps around the track we had at the gym, and which was a mile. Then you do push-ups and sit-ups, and then immediately go swim. I'm like, oh yes, run a mile, then go swim.
Yeah.
So
imagine you get to like the edge of the pool and you just fall in.
You just drown.
actually, there was one
You're
time
supposed to do the swimming first, so you don't.
Did you actually almost die?
No, there was one time I was very hot because it was hot outside. So.
Yeah.
I think I remember you telling me this one because this already. I think I know where this is going.
What I would do would be I would wear my jeans over the swimsuit and then just
The
wear
boots?
Yeah, with the fur.
Damn.
Chase,
Everybody in the
Chase
club
wore the
was
same pair of
looking
boots
at
through all of
him.
high school. That's where that joke came from. Chase, and even whenever they were getting old, and I was like, Chase, you need to get new boots. He was like, okay, and bought a new pair of the exact same boots.
Yes.
So, no, he didn't even buy a pair. His parents knew him so well that they knew he wanted more boots. So for Christmas, they bought him a pair of the exact same boots. And I was like, dude, crisp new boots. And he was like, yeah, they're the exact same.
Wicked trainers.
Wicked trainers, Dobby.
So anyways, started swimming, and then what happened? Oh, they bumped it up to like an hour 30, and I was like,
Kill me. Yeah.
and then all of a sudden it was 2 hours, and I'm like, I absolutely hate this. I gotta get out.
Right.
So I think I did 2 swim tournaments.
Mom, if I get a gold medal in this tournament, can I never do it again? And that's how he won. That's why Chase is a gold medalist in the United States. I'm joking.
Eat your heart out, Michael
I think I did like 2 swim tournaments. Got last each time. And then
I remember you telling me that you were like,
Yep.
you were like, yeah, I did a tournament, and this is whenever I knew you were aloof about it because I was like, I know you competition swim, and you were like, Mom's making me. I didn't care. He was like, you were like, I was just swimming. I wasn't even trying to race. And then
just swimming.
right?
Yep.
But then your mom was like, yeah, Chase did do like later on. I talked to her, and she was like, yeah, Chase did do a competition, but he wasn't even trying. like she knew. She was like, if he would just try, he probably could do very well. Like he's super good at swimming. He's
Chase
really
is
quick.
a fucking sleeper.
Dude,
Well,
honestly, like.
Here was the funny thing, though. I didn't hear my name called, and my dad's like, no, that was you. You're supposed to go up there. I'm like, are you sure? I'm like, I don't think that was me. He's like, no, you're supposed to go up there. He's like, your name's on the board. I'm like, oh, crap. So he's like dragging me over there.
Really?
Yeah. He's almost like dragging me over there. I slip and just like bust my head on the ground a little bit.
Chase had a concussion, so he couldn't win the tournament.
It wasn't that bad. It was like a little scrape against my head. And I'm like,
God.
I think I'm bleeding a little bit. He's like, oh, you'll be fine.
You'll be
He's like,
fine.
"Not that
Just
bad."
go up there and get your medal.
Son, go win me a gold medal.
So
You're walking up there like, Adrian.
oh god. So I think that was the last one I did. I don't think I did any more competitions, thankfully. Everybody
He
else
accepted his reward with brain bleed and then never returned.
Oh god. Everybody
Explains a lot, really.
it wasn't I will say it was funny. Everybody in the swim team was much faster, but I don't think they had endurance.
Damn.
So I noticed I could eventually
fucked whoever
swim
you are.
2 hours, and I'd be relatively,
Yeah.
not
dead. But
not
yeah.
dead. I'd be
Right.
tired, but not dead. Like the
Yeah.
first time I did it, I think I did that for a whole hour, and I'm like, I feel like I'm gonna throw up.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I remember. But so you were saying that you had your jeans on because it was hot, and so it was in the summer, and so you had your jeans on, and then you would jump in the pool. That way, it felt like a relief.
So
I think that's what you
wait.
told me in high school. Is you were like, yeah, they made me run and then also do push-ups. I was like, man, before you swim, that sounds like hell. And you were like, yeah, but at least the water's all right. That's why I wear my jeans whenever I run, because then it feels better whenever I get in the water and I actually want to swim. And I was like.
That sounds like something.
I was like,
That's the equivalent of wearing weighted clothing.
Exactly. Like I was like, this dude's straight Rock Lee. Like I was
Right.
like, so you were like, yeah, I make the running hard. That way, whenever I swim, I actually want to do it. I can just get it over with.
Yeah. So essentially, all I had to do was take my shirt off, take my jeans off, and there you go. I'm good to swim. But I remember there was one
Dude was
time.
free balling it in that pool.
I remember there was one time I I didn't think they were going to do any exercises, so I like jumped in the pool before everybody else. And then they kind of looked at me, and I'm like, oh, well, I'm just going to say I did this to cool off.
Split. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. That's funny.
I
don't.
Fun
fact that if you practice skydiving with a smaller and smaller parachute each time, eventually you just won't need one.
Yeah, that's great.
Oh wait, there was two other
gaslighting yourself into thinking that you can just jump.
There was two other parts to the story.
I would just intervene.
It's fine, but there was actually two other parts that happened to me during the swimming. One of them, I don't know if I should say.
I mean, you know what?
Is it the one where? Is it the? Hang on, you should probably say it. No,
one of them.
You can no. Go ahead.
One of them. It's really funny looking back on. Still would be extremely embarrassing.
Yes, it is that one.
The other one had to deal with one of the other swimmers.
Okay, you know what? We have to hear it on the podcast. Ian, in post, you can just edit this out if it's too gruesome for that. All the death is just too much for the audience. So.
All right.
That was Ian's primordial confirmation for Beyond. He actually is always paying attention while we're recording.
Oh, even now he hears us.
Even now. There he is.
So I'll leave the one that happened to me as last because that one's probably going to be
the best one.
a bit better.
We'll end on a good term from Chase's swim meets.
So essentially, there was a girl on the swim team, right? Mm-hmm. And I don't think I was paying much attention. I think I was actually staring past her. Mm-hmm. So I was just kind of looking at a wall, not thinking anything. And then she just kind of giving me a look because I think her
thought you were staring at her.
Yeah, because her swimsuit was kind of
2 sizes too small as it is. Yeah, it's fine.
Essentially, it was you could see a little too well.
You could
in
see
certain
maybe
places.
we shouldn't talk
You know what, Chase? You can just say it.
Take it back.
You can just say it. By God! All right, moving on.
No, I didn't say that, but she stared at me and I was like, "Oh, whoops!"
Oh shit!
Oopsie doopsie.
Thing was, I wasn't even really paying attention.
Yeah, right.
So
I love when you're staring past someone; they think that you're staring at them.
And then I think
especially in my line of work.
I think I was.
There's bleeding, and they're like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "Oh, sorry, I was zoned out, fam."
Oh, you're still here?
She never said anything to me, so I was like, maybe she didn't.
Yeah,
think
but
that
also you lived rent free in her mind for the next 2 weeks. And then the next story.
Oh, there was actually one other story.
Dude,
you can't keep edging the audience,
up the extras.
No, this one's real simple. There was a guy I used to go to middle school with, and apparently everybody in middle school just thought I died.
Chase got pulled out to go to a homeschool, and everyone thought that you just went into cardiac arrest as a 14-year-old.
Yeah, because I remember I would.
So what, you met him recently?
No, not recently.
Oh, okay.
This was whenever I was on the swim team way back when.
Okay.
I saw him, and he's like, "Oh, hey,
dude,
man,
we thought you died, bro."
He's like, "What the hell?" I didn't know him.
He's a zombie.
Like, I didn't know him well enough for it to matter. Yeah,
I didn't know him super well, but he was like, "What the hell happened to you?" I'm like, "Oh, I got pulled out and went to a different school." He's like, "Oh, okay." He's like, there was a girl I used to sit behind. He's like, "Oh yeah, she was asking about you," and I was gonna have more of a conversation with him, but he left, and then I never saw him.
No, okay. Dang, you almost got yourself a girlfriend at the ripe young age of 13. Oh man,
that can lead to another story about whenever I was in middle school.
That's not the point. We need to hear the swim story that we're not supposed to share on air.
The
again.
embarrassing.
Oh no, that
you
was
exposed my balls already.
Oh.
No, the one.
Dylan's balls are on the internet. Like,
oh god. No, the one.
Making a quad.
I don't know about that. So the one with the girl was the one I was unsure.
Okay, you were like, I'm not sure if I could.
This
one,
one,
it's fine.
This one happened to me, and I'm perfectly fine telling it.
Didn't you lose your swimsuit in the water once?
No.
I thought you did.
No, you're remembering something kind of like that.
Okay,
so,
let's hear it now. Let's hear it. The audience, I'm sure, is bated breath.
They had
all two of them.
They had a shower.
One of them is Ian.
Wait, what kind of breath you say?
Bated breath. Like they're on the edge of their seat.
I see.
Yeah, still.
You know that little thing in the back of your throat that they call it a uvula? That's actually just a worm.
Yeah, it's I named him Pickles.
Pull it out.
Pickles. So the story.
So oh man, so my dad was there to pick me up, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which I will say that was the other thing he hated about the 2 hours was he'd work out and I'd still be swimming.
He had to piss around for an hour and a half.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Because you'd last about an hour and 30, and then, what am I supposed to do for the next 30 minutes? But anyways, so...
You can last an hour and a half, dude. What a lucky man. Still.
He was there to pick me up. I finished swimming. I took my bag with me to the locker room because the locker room had showers, but they were completely closed, and you could lock the door.
Nice. So you don't have to free ball it. Good.
Yeah.
Good showers.
Because I hate doing that.
Yeah. Why would you? I'd shower in my fundies. All right. Not because nobody. Not because I don't want to see my dick, just because they don't need to, right? Right? Like I don't need to free ball it around you guys. Right? We're all dudes here. We all got cocks. I don't need to. I don't need to just
sir. I had to inspect.
I don't need to. Yeah, my fellow gym pros don't need to inspect what I've got. I'll just wear fundies, right? It's fine.
Mandatory cock inspection begins in 5 minutes.
Right, yeah.
I had some soaps and stuff in a bag. And I had the duffel bag with me.
Yeah.
So I take the shower real quick. My dad took the swimsuit from me because they had this little spin thing that would dry out the swimsuit real quick.
That's dope.
Yeah, it's really neat.
It's called a dryer, but that's dope.
Well, I don't know. I don't know. Just spin it really fast and then use
fine.
heat. So
It's the swimmer.
just spin it.
The swimmer.
The swimmer. So anyways, I look at my duffel bag. And there's my.
There was actually just a bikini.
No.
It's a two-piece.
I brought my towel, right? So, brought my towel. Very important part of the story.
Yeah, right.
Look in the duffel bag.
There's
It's empty. It's completely empty.
Genius.
The only thing that's in it is the soaps, and so I'm standing there.
16-year-old Chase was on point.
I think I might have been 13
even
or 14.
better. The more shy time for this to happen to you, because I already think I know where this is going.
So, I'm like, oh shit! I'm like, my clothes. I don't know where my clothes are. I think they're outside, out in the pool.
Roars.
Dad, I'm naked. Don't come in. I'm naked.
Oh my god, that brings me to another story.
We're not telling that one. We're not telling that. Whatever this one is.
No, it's funny. It's funny.
It's a fucking spiral.
It's a spiral.
Anyways, so I try calling him.
This is by the way, this is the most Chase has talked on any podcast we've had yet.
It's
because
ridiculous.
on the aftermath, you share your comments
I'm convinced
about the
this
movie.
is a clone. He swapped
and
out
this
at
is-
the last second.
This is you share some comments and that's it. This is great. Keep going.
Well, I try calling my dad. There's no signal. Because the walls are too damn thick to get a damn
They
signal.
gave you concrete walls. That way they knew this would happen.
So
Concrete, baby.
So I'm standing there and I'm like, oh, he'll come back. He'll wonder what happened to me if I don't show up in about 10 minutes. So I wait
Nope,
there.
he didn't. He was sleeping.
I wait there what feels like 5 minutes or so.
Uh-huh.
And I'm pacing in the shower. I'm like, somebody's gonna get suspicious if I stay in here too long.
They're gonna think I died. Like they already thought I died once.
So I'm pacing around. I'm like, there's nothing I can do. I'm like, there's nothing I can do. I got to do it. I'm like, I got to do it.
I gotta do it.
Dude, honestly,
He has to.
13-year-old Chase with the anxiety attacks. I love this.
So I wrap the towel around me. I think the towel was long enough to wrap around like the top part of me and the bottom part of me.
I
so
love that rather than waiting it out, his mind immediately goes to risk public indecency.
I was going to say, also, why'd you wrap around the top and bottom of you? You were already swimming without a shirt on in the pool. Just wrap it around your balls. Like, you just need to cover one part up.
I don't know, man.
You were like, dude, I was 13. I don't know.
I don't know. So
like, I just don't know.
So I got to tell you, I think if you saw me, you'd just see like a tomato on the cameras. Because I imagine I turned.
Was the towel red?
No,
He was red.
Oh, okay.
So I walk through the lobby, out the front doors, book it to my dad's truck, and then I have my head down, kind of like this, not looking at anybody, and I hop in the driver's seat of my dad's truck. I'm like, hey, drive. no
Get me out of here. No underwear.
So I hop in. He's like, you good? I'm like, not exactly.
It's freaking
So I'm sitting there, kind of just.
You good?
I'm sitting there. I'm like, hey, I need you to get my clothes. He's like, wait, what? I'm like,
you to get my clothes.
I'm like, I need you to get my clothes. He's like, where are your clothes? He's like,
Father, please.
I'm like, I think they're on the bleachers in the pool. He's like,
hiding naked in dad's
like,
truck on
why?
the phone.
and he's like,
Why are you out of breath, son?
It wasn't even that far of it
Yeah.
wasn't even that far of a walk. It was like
A brisk jog.
not even that.
I can imagine. I'm like mid set, right? I'm like squatting in the gym, and some like naked teenager runs by me. I'm like, what? And I drop the weight. I'm like, what was that? A streak of red. And just
That's why I was 3 times faster.
exactly. Yeah. Was that just a child in a towel?
Was that fucking Char?
So to give
I was going for my 1 rep max, man. God.
give you context, I think imagine your door right there was the entrance. I think to that tree right there was about where the truck was.
That's not far, but
No, it's not far.
It's still funny.
So he got my clothes and he's like, why? He's like, why didn't you call? He's like, why didn't you call me? I'm like, that didn't work. He's like, why didn't you just go back into the pool room and just go get your clothes? He's like, I don't think anybody would have thought anything of it.
That requires too much brain movement for a 13-year-old dad.
I was like, I don't know. I thought they would have thought it was weird either way because I didn't have my swimsuit anymore because he took that.
At this point, my dad told me, "No, son, you being naked in my car is weird."
No, he didn't say that. He just kind of laughed. And
I like that your dad was just as amused by us as everyone else was because he laughed a lot with
funny.
us, sometimes maybe at us, but who cares? We were laughing too. Like your dad,
so
like, oh man,
I for a couple of days thought, wonder if anybody realized that or if they just thought, oh, it's just a guy for some reason wrapped in a towel going out the front.
I'll be honest with you. Like, again, if I saw that at my gym and some like 13-year-old just sprinting by, you probably would have been a story for a couple of weeks. Like, dude, while I was doing my squats, like some 13-year-old wrapped in a towel sprinted to his dad's car naked.
Nobody ever said anything to
exactly.
me about
like,
it.
I would just tell, like, it would be on this podcast right now, even if it was like if I saw it, it would be on this podcast. That said, I mean, I would have probably forgotten about it later. Like, it doesn't like, but.
Yeah, so that was
a semi-streaker.
That was really funny. That's gotta probably be the most.
That kid's gonna do bad
story.
things in the future. That's funny. Yeah. Oh man. I'm happy we got to use all your pool stories, but also now trying to think of other embarrassing stories that I had from being a kid, and like I don't really now. Like my mind's going blank as well. Like I don't have. Any.
I got one.
Oh
wait, no. Okay, Dylan. Embarrassing story. Go.
I peed
On yourself
right now.
Right, just now. Yeah, that's it. Right now. Okay, well, Dylan just pissed his pants. So when? Oh, I have one, and it goes with my condition, so I'm okay with telling it. Keep going.
I didn't actually. I was just.
Oh,
he's
told
small.
me to go,
He's
in that case,
in that
case, I'll go for it. Mainly because of my condition. I trusted a fart at work. Yeah, don't do that. By the way, I didn't even really trust it. I was actually trying to go to the bathroom, and I was like I'm leaving. Right, so I was like this was whenever that was really bad too. Like this was not now. Like now it's under control. So I was trying to quickly go to the bathroom, and I was just losing the battle. And so, I didn't lose it too much. And I am a wise man, especially with my condition. I had a change of underwear in my car.
Oh, good.
So like I cleaned everything up as much as I could, and then all I had to do was make it to the station, which I did, and then I just changed.
Okay.
And I was like, all right, everything's everything's mostly clean, but I'm gonna go wash these when I get home, or probably throw them away. I'm gonna just throw them away. I don't know. And then I changed. It was in fresh, and it was like I only have like a quarter.
That is now a cursed object.
Exactly. I was like, now I don't even think I had the full like half the shift left. Like I only had a little bit of the shift left, like maybe 4 or 5 hours. So I was like, this isn't. I just changed as well. No, I was like, I just changed as well. Like we're good. It's not even that much left. I'm just gonna go home. And then I think I called in the next shift because I still wasn't feeling good. So I was like, I called the next shift, and that was when I had to set up a doctor's appointment because I knew who I was working with, and that was whenever I had like that bad weekend, but I had to go to the doctor for it. And so that happened once. Not really that embarrassing because it was like, I mean, okay, everyone can see this guy sprinting
to as opposed to a lack of self-control. You can chalk it up to your disease.
Exactly. Yeah, it was like
that's just what happens.
So it's exactly, but also like it was probably amusing for some people because like this dude in uniform sprinting down a children's hospital,
sharded all over the place.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm sprinting to the hospital.
Like, I'm sorry, kid.
12-year-old cardiac arrest. I'm just freaking tooting. What's it called? I'm crop dusting them.
Those red lines on the ground that lead you to places that look like blood, brown.
No, they were just me. Yeah. So like that one, I guess again was kind of embarrassing, but I'm like, I'll take it off the shoulder. I don't really care that much because like, I'll be honest, it's probably not gonna be the last time if I keep dealing with this. So it's like, I just know. Damn. I know what to expect. So
what a horrible night to have a curse.
Well, what a horrible curse night to work at all.
I think I have.
That weekend was bad.
I know I have told y'all this story before, but I don't remember what y'all's opinion on it was. I think y'all said it sounded sketchy.
Poopy.
So,
doo-doo.
Caca.
This was back whenever I was in middle school. I had like,
dude, Chase's middle school experiences were just comedy gold.
I guess
comedy gold.
I had like 3 or 4 guys. Oh wait, yeah. Oh, okay. So this shut up. So this is the me hitting a girl with a chair story.
What? Oh shit! I remember this one.
Yeah,
I
fucking
don't.
RKO'd that bitch.
When did do that?
Yeah, you did.
When did you hit someone with a chair? You hit a girl with a chair?
Okay, okay. So
Chase
it
is a criminal.
This was Chase's. Oh no! I suplexed him.
So no, this was a total accident. So a couple of guys I knew.
I promise, officer, it was an accident. Yeah.
We're playing like balloons tower defense or something on the computer in the classroom because the teacher said, "Oh yeah, y'all can have free time."
Oh, free time? You already know I was playing Balloons Tower Defense.
So I had a chair lifted over my head, kind of like this.
Why?
So I could go sit with them.
Okay.
It was a crowded room, and I was trying to get through them. And
No, it's fine.
That was the excuse.
I can just imagine 13-year-old Chase carrying a chair over his head like,
strong man.
I have free time! Holding a chair for just no reason.
He was doing, like, walks
my
off
reasons are
stolen.
beyond your understanding.
So I hit this blonde girl in the head with the chair, and it was like
Let's just glance over that real quick. Yeah, I just turned out the chair.
He's not even going to frame it like an accident. He just did it.
I just imagine you swinging the chair.
Oh no!
And then just wait. You get a good wrap around and just right on that.
Oh my god!
So essentially, it was like the bar, like the
It was the foot. Yeah.
So she just goes, "Oh shit!"
Wait, in the middle of
And
class.
then realizing that she was still conscious, he promptly finished her off.
Right. Hey, with the.
So I hit her, and I'm like, "Oh my god!" I'm so sorry. I did not mean to hit you in the head with the chair. She's
I meant to hit you harder.
I meant to make it count.
and then I'm like, I was just trying to get by you to sit by them, and she's like, "Oh, okay." So
Okay.
she's like, "Oh, that's fine."
What a very level-headed middle schooler.
Yeah. So
That is not how I would have responded.
oh my god, wait.
Mm-hmm. What?
You
What?
know.
Your elbow?
Yeah,
your people's
yeah.
elbow?
Yeah.
It's
Anyways,
acting up, man. He's about to RKO.
I'll just keep telling the story. So
Mm-hmm.
later, like these 3 or 4 guys come up to me. I think
I heard you hit her with the chair.
I don't remember what her name was. Let's just say her name was like,
Diane.
Tiffany.
I was gonna say Hannah.
Oh, well, I mean, that's too common of a name. I was going to pick one that's not common. So Diane. You hit Diane with a chair.
Okay, let's say I hit Diane with a chair. Hit her with a chair. Like a few weeks later, or a couple of months later, 3 or 4 guys come up to me and they're like, "Hey, Diane's kind of interested in you."
Dude, I didn't realize that a chair hit would be it. Why are 3 dudes telling you?
No, that's the funny thing. I hit her with a
Oh
chair,
my
and then
God.
and then they came up to me.
She thought you were hitting her with a chair
Dude, it was
flirtatiously?
love at first fisticuff.
But
Honestly, love at first suplex.
the thing was, I was highly suspicious about 4 guys coming up to
right.
me,
Yeah.
telling me that.
This
So
is
I'm
a
like,
prank. This has got to be a prank.
pretty
I
much.
do remember
pretty
the
much.
story. Because I remember this part of the story now where
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, but like,
That shit just doesn't happen, bro.
there was also this chick you used to work with that like told it was interested in you, and you were just, it was straight, like worryingly retarded. Like you, it went like straight over your head.
Wait,
Let's scuff that
Yeah.
shit.
I don't know if you want me to say her name either, so we'll just call her Hannah. But
Okay.
like, there was a chick you worked with that was like constantly flirting with him, and like even when she had a boyfriend, was still like flirting with Chase and was like trying to get Chase to touch her butt multiple times at work. And dude, it was just straight over his head. Like it was like
I was like, my hands are sopping wet.
you were like, why don't I touch
Complete
your butt? Like
apathy.
she's like, can you grab my phone from my back pocket? Like touching him with her ass, and he's like, my hands are wet. Why would you want me to do that?
Can you get the fuck away from me?
You're like,
I think I said, "No, I don't want any assault charges."
you were like, yeah, like I'm not gonna grab your phone because my hands are wet. And I was like,
I think she's like, "I don't care."
exactly. I was
But,
like, Chase, she's come on, man. Like
Could not have been more.
she's carrying the weight, and you're still not catching it.
Yeah. So
Don't try and give me hints. I can't even get the direct ones.
Chase is
right?
just like, oh no. Anyway,
yeah, goes back to washing dishes.
pretty much.
Like,
Yeah. So yeah, never that pretty much ended there with that. But
Yeah.
I just thought it was weird. Like if she would have come up to me herself, it might would have been a different story.
that requires confidence. People don't have that, especially not in middle school.
Oh, do you remember this story with my arm? Did
What
I
did
ever
you do?
tell you about that?
No, I don't know. What's your arm?
Yeah.
So you see that
Yeah,
dot?
there's
right
a black
there?
dot there. Did you get stabbed by a pencil?
Yes, actually.
It looks like a pencil stab
Yeah.
dot.
Yes. That is.
When did you get stabbed by a
Speaking from
pencil?
experience.
Ironically, still middle school.
Chase?
What the fuck happened to you?
What I'm
That's a
hearing is that
great question.
I'm actually starting to understand now why Chase went to school with me and
Oh
mom.
my God.
Your mom heard all these stories and just pulled you out of middle school.
I don't
She
think I
was like,
told her any of this crap.
She just knew. She just knew. You know your mom. She just knew.
Oh no, wait, I did tell her about the pencil story. Well,
hearing all of this, she's like, "Yeah, no, this kid, we got to get him somewhere else.
Son's gonna die from graphite poisoning."
Exactly. He's just gonna die. He's gonna kill a student and then die. Like
so. My arm was like this, right? And a girl essentially stabbed me right there with a pencil,
just unprompted.
I don't remember exactly.
No, because she was interested in him, and that's cool. Assault means they're interested in you.
Oh,
of
course. Yeah, I don't remember exactly.
That's why they mistook the chair.
Yes.
I'm gonna be honest. I need me a girl like that right now.
I don't remember.
If you see me on the street, don't be afraid to come and kick me.
I don't remember what the exact situation was.
Shut the fuck up, Ethan.
But just shut up, Ethan. So
it's part of a bit. It's just a bit I'm doing.
I need me a girl who can kick my ass.
So I go to the teacher. I'm like, "Hey, she stabbed me with a pencil." She's like, "No, I didn't." I'm like, "I have the."
I'm bleeding.
I'm like, I'm literally bleeding right here.
And
And she's like, "Oh, it was an accident." I'm like, "How the hell did you stab
just walked
me?"
up and stabbed me.
I don't remember.
Like, oh my god, I'm so sorry. I was aiming for your funny
face.
bone.
Yes, I thought it would be funny.
Yeah, so that happened, and now I still have that spot.
You still have a spot, which is impressive because it's been again like 10 years.
Yep.
So
it's been more than that because this was 6th grade.
my man, she
your dark
scarred
side.
you for life, and the teacher was and she was like, I didn't do anything.
You hollowed out and never went back.
Listen here, Padme or whatever her name was. I'll bind you.
I also
you know who you are.
I also thought it was funny. My buddy at the time there, man, he's like, "Oh, if you don't do this," he's like, "I'm gonna start." He started like crying like a baby.
Wow.
In a sense,
was he a good fake crier at least? Because like I learned how to fake cry.
He sounded like an actual kid, but
oh my god!
But the funny thing was, this
took
was
one acting class, and now I know how to
mind
fake
you, this
cry.
was still 6th grade.
Still 6th grade.
Still 6th grade.
My man. It's all coming together now. Actually, I know how we met him.
Yeah.
He did that, and then I'm like, "Shut up!" I'm like, "People are gonna start hearing you." Whole room went silent. He was the only one making that cry. And all the eyes were on him, and I'm just standing there.
Man cries. Cries like the archdemon of drama leak
that's
over
how
there.
babies cry.
Whole room went silent.
Babies do not cry like wee. They go wah.
Oh god.
They will cry until they can't make any sound.
Good. Oh man. I had something to say too about all your stories, but middle school was a tough time for you apparently.
Ridiculous. It's a wonder you're still alive.
Yeah, honestly.
Actually, I did have an embarrassing story for you. It's very quick though.
For me?
Oh,
yeah.
Real quick,
what did I do?
He's got this one loaded in the chamber.
Honestly, yeah, like a shotgun. He's ready to shoot me with it.
I actually told somebody at work about this the other day because it was funny.
Behind your back, Ethan.
Damn.
He does not care.
So we were all at BJ's.
No chill. Yeah.
Which for anybody that doesn't know,
it's a restaurant.
BJ's Brewhouse.
Yeah, it's a restaurant.
So, anyways, you're like, "Oh man, I gotta go to the bathroom," and I see you walk over there, go immediately into the wrong restroom.
Oh yeah,
and
you were sitting there like, should I tell him?
I looked at Dylan. I'm like, should I tell him? You come back out. You sit down at the table, and you look at me. You're like, I think I was in the wrong restroom. I'm like, yeah, you're definitely in the wrong restroom. He's like, oh,
but I committed to it, so it's like you may as well just.
You're like, so that's why there was only stalls.
I was like, that's why there's no urinals. I had one time I went into a Walmart like that. Like I stopped at this Walmart exclusively to go to the bathroom too. Like. I think this was even still before I was diagnosed, but still, I stopped there and I was like, I'll probably get something to drink, but I gotta go to the bathroom. So I went in, I take a right, and at the Walmart that's near my house, if you take a right, that's where like the men's bathroom is the first one on the right from where I was entering. But at this one, it was flipped. So I just took a right and just instinctively went into the bathroom.
Oh no.
And then I walked in and I was like, there's no stalls in here. I just really had to pee. And so I like turned around and I walked out and I looked up at the sign and there's a woman walking toward the bathroom and I look up at the sign and it's a woman and I just did, ha! And then I took a right to go to the men's bathroom and she saw me. Me and her made eye contact. She was totally, I thought she would at least be like, haha, right? Like, at least he noticed.
She gave you the stank?
No, she just walked by like, that's it. Like,
she didn't fluttered her lashes.
Yeah, she didn't look pissed or anything. She just like blinked a couple times, looked at me, and just that's it. No smile. No, I was like, you can at least like act like I caught it at least. You can at least
okay. But
act
to
like
be
it was
fair,
funny.
from her perspective, She was walking towards
And
the
I
restroom.
I barked at the side, and then, and then I walked to the men's bathroom.
Just like, is he okay?
Maybe I'm the stranger.
He
Yeah,
might be a psychopath.
yeah, right. She's concerned for her life, clutching her purse now. Like,
Right.
but yeah, so I like walked to the men's bathroom, went to the bathroom. I was like, I'm not buying anything now. I'm getting out of this Walmart as soon as possible.
If they see my face, it's over.
Oh,
The
I'm
security
curious.
cameras, the guy in the security is probably just busting a gut right
Oh,
now.
probably.
Laughing so hard, like, oh wow,
If they can get the audio for that, it would have been
dude.
even better.
Honestly,
Hey, well,
yeah.
Dylan, you remember that? Well,
Oh.
you remember that time I picked up a hitchhiker?
Yeah, I remember you
Yeah.
telling me this one.
Yeah.
And I remember even in high school being like,
God.
Chase.
Oh, no.
I remember telling you, like so we were still younger.
No,
no.
you're finished with this one. I got a good one. For
Oh wait,
you.
no, this one was more recent. I was
Oh.
actually working at the depot still. Actually,
At the depot. So I remember you did. You like. I remember you had more encounters with strangers where you actually talked to them, and even in high school, I was like, Chase, that's how you die.
I know.
You were like, oh yeah, I was at a gas station, and like I talked to this random homeless guy.
Yeah,
and I
that was
like,
that one. I didn't pick him up though because
Wait,
he was weird.
He was trying to get you to pick up, and I was like, "Why did?" I remember I was like, "Please tell me you didn't pick him up." I was like, "Why are you even talking to him? It's 2:00 in the morning, and you're at a gas station, and there's no lights around." You're like, "That's why I didn't pick up. There's no lights." I was like, "Why did you not just get in your car and leave? That's how you died, Chase."
Yeah.
like,
Well, I'll tell that one since you already went that far.
well,
with it.
that's most of the story. What's this more recent one? Because that one, the end of that one was like that guy walked up to you and you didn't.
It
end up
was
taking
weird that he's like, "Hey, you think you could take me to church, sir? If you
That was
walk,
it to church. Yeah, I was like,
Yeah, sir,
at
sir,
3 a.m.
yeah, it's like, sir, if you walk down that way about a mile, you'll run into one.
Gonna
It's
miss
like,
a wee hour sermon though.
It's like this
Right.
isn't some euphemism for like sex or something.
That's what.
Hey, maybe you want to take me to church?
That's what some of my friends they actually used going to church as a thing for drinking after work. Some of my friends that worked in a different
Jeez.
department, they were like, yeah, they would talk to all the people who would be like, oh yeah, like so you guys going to church after work, and it just meant they were all gonna got the drink. They just didn't want to say it around people on scene, so they would be like, oh yeah, like we're definitely going to church after this. I was like, oh cool, that's what that meant. They were gonna go drink at the bar. That's what it meant. So yeah, but yeah, you were saying about your
So the most recent one, I wanted to go to
I
Chick-fil-A.
should probably he's back.
Oh, God.
That was him.
He's returned.
So let's see.
Mhm.
I was at the Chick-fil-A, and I was just decided to eat my food
He
in
was
my
at a
car.
Chick-fil-A because he knew it was Jesus' chicken. He knew he had the highest chance of getting it from you.
Yeah.
Probably.
I was getting hungry, so and there was a lot of traffic on the interstate, so I'm like, I'm just gonna sit in my car and eat Chick-fil-A for a minute.
Yeah.
I had this lady come up to me and she's like, "Hey, I'm actually the manager at the what was it, Taco Bell or something further down the street?"
Yeah.
Because it was like on College over there.
Yeah. There was like a
Yeah.
Taco Bell close by. Yeah.
Yeah. So she's like, "Yeah, I'm the manager there." She's like, "Do you think you could drop me off just at the Wendy's right there?"
A half a block away. You can walk.
Yeah. Well,
I don't want to be that guy, but like
but
you
I was
can
like,
walk.
You got legs.
Yeah.
I was like,
what about daylight?
I don't know why.
Mhm.
If
You just decided to do it. You had pity.
Kinda.
We
If
did. She was
I told my dad that story once, right after that happened.
Mhm.
If I ever
He's like,
told
"What?"
my mom that story, like I said again, you'd have to go to my funeral.
Yeah. Right. Exactly.
So anyways-
you would die because
Um,
I raised you better than that.
yeah. She's like, yeah, I just need you to go to the Wendy's. I'm like, okay, it's literally right there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like,
I'm amazed you even entertained the thought.
Yeah.
Like you could have come up with. Some
Did she
sort of
do?
excuse.
Did it work? Was she even crazy
That's
in your car?
dangerous.
not
Chase.
really. I made some sort of small talk for the
How
next
about that weather? Yeah.
5 minutes. So I'm like, oh, so you're the manager or whatever at
How's the weather up there?
I
It's
think
like
I-
a foot shorter than you.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you're the manager without a car at this. You should just start
said her car was, like, broke down.
like subtle roast. Like, so you're the manager at the Taco Bell and you don't have a car? That's crazy. Yeah.
So sort of talked to her for a minute.
Jesus Christ.
Dropped her off,
You couldn't even walk a block, man. Your feet must really hurt after.
Oh my
dropped her off at the Wendy's, which the fence right there, you could pretty much crawl through the fence.
Yeah.
Like you could lift it up since it's like metal.
Yeah.
And
Well, those chain link fences.
it wasn't even that. It's like,
Oh,
but anyways,
still. Yeah.
she's like, yeah, I just need you to drop me off right there. I'm like, okay. So
you're like, yeah, fine.
she got out of the car and she's
Sure.
like, oh, thanks. I'm like, oh, no problem. And then I just see her go through the fence and go to the house. I guess that was her house.
I think
And
that
like,
was one of the times where I was like, buddy, this is how you die.
yeah, I was
that's-
constantly like staring at her, going, "You're
Yeah.
not fixing to pull a knife at me and
hand
stab me, are you?"
on gun. Yeah.
Because I'm like, I'll run out of this car.
right.
I'm fully willing to give you a ride. Just know that
You're in my vehicle. I can legally kill you.
Now, there was another time I was at a stop sign near my house, and this guy's like, "Hey, you think you could drive me down to the end of the street?"
Bro, why does he have such an approachable face or something?
I have
never been. I have people not, but maybe it's also
say no.
I don't open myself up to it either though, because I had one person while I was at a stoplight. I think he was trying to get me to do a hitchhike or something like that, because he like knocked on my window, and I just looked at him, and we made eye contact. It was total silence, and he was like trying to roll down my window, like pointing down, no. and I literally looked at him. I didn't say anything. I just shook my head no, and he was like shrugged, like trying to get roll on the window, and I was like, and the light turned green, and he said something out loud, and I just pointed, and he looked at the light, and I drove off. I was like, I don't know what you need, but if you can't just say it through the window, if you can't point your case to me through this window, I'm not rolling it down at all.
Yeah.
Well,
I was also new to driving, so I was like, I'm not gonna die today. All right.
No.
Yeah. No.
Well, at the time I was
a rebel.
at the time I was trying to go to work, and
Yeah.
it was like a straight walk down there. That was the thing that annoyed me with it.
That's why I was like, I don't know why you would let this person in your car. They can walk to where you're going.
Well, that guy especially would have been fine. I thought the lady that
Bro,
was
just
a lot of
kick
traffic.
Right,
but
yeah. Just kick her
anyways,
off,
I told him at the time, I'm like, I don't let anybody in my car, which
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't let people in my car, especially not criminals.
so I'm like, I don't let anybody in my car. I'm like, I also got to get to work. So no. So drove off.
I remember whenever we were in Kentucky, Nathan was like, for some reason, whenever I was on vacation, I suddenly had this burst of willingness to give this guy money. I don't usually give homeless people money unless they're like clearly saying like, I got a job, I need this much money for shoes, like things like that. Like, I don't often give homeless people money.
I do it to get them away from me.
Oh my God.
And so, but like, there was this one guy
Here's $5
in Kentucky that was like following us, and he was like chatting with us. He like knew we were tourists, so he knew we had the money, which is why I shouldn't have done it, because like we were clearly doing the Bourbon Trail, so like it was too obvious. And he was asking for money. I was like, yeah, sure, and I gave him $20. And I was like, hey, can I have it? I was like, no, you get $20. That's it. And then we walked a little bit further, because he was like asking me for more after that. He saw that I had more money in my wallet, I think.
Oh, jeez.
So I kept walking, and I was like, no, you get $20. That's more than I should have given you anyway. Like, if you actually just need a gas, $10 will get you where you're going.
Bro, I worked for this.
Exactly. And so I was like, I kept walking, and we walked like maybe like another 2 blocks down the road, and Nathan was like, dude, why'd you give that guy money anyway? Like, you literally know that dude's just gonna spend it on drugs. He basically said he was. And I was like, God. I don't know, man, I just wanted to shut up. I was like, I'm just trying to go to the Bourbon Trail. He's literally following us to the Bourbon Trail because we're walking. Normally we don't walk around here.
Here's
as much.
$1,000. Go overdose somewhere.
Oh my God.
Gosh. And so like I was like,
I'm gonna pay you $100 to fuck off.
Right, yeah.
Essentially.
So
Jesus Christ.
I was like, normally we don't really walk that much around here. Like, you have to drive where you have to go, but like we're downtown Louisville. Like, this dude's gonna follow us and probably try and walk in the place with us. He's just not gonna pay for a tour of the distillery. But we're still stuck to him until we get our tour. So like, I just want him to go away. I was like, he's gonna follow the next 3 blocks down to the distillery. The distillery we're going to. So like, I'm not gonna just here's some money. Go away. Like,
Yeah.
Oh man.
I have a story.
All right, here we go.
Did I ever tell you guys? I'm sure I've told you once before, but I had a run-in with a cultist.
What?
Yes.
I think you did tell me about this,
Yes.
but my
Yeah.
memories.
Did you join?
No.
My memories are very.
Come on.
The
I
cult
joined.
was- the
I
cult
joined.
was around me. It was about me.
Oh.
Oh God! You made
Really?
me. You made me
No, I'm
have a.
kidding.
you made
I
me
joined a
remind me
cult.
of
How come
something.
you couldn't?
You
No,
reminded me of something.
I,
I'll tell my story.
That's a
after
story
you tell
for.
yours.
I don't know if we have enough time to tell these stories.
Nah, we got
now
20 hours.
And now I should bring up we should have another episode where we just talk about cults now.
Okay.
Write this down, whatever your stories are, because we have another episode for this one. We're running low on time. That said, I have to now probably tell a story about how I joined a cult later. Your
Go
story
ahead,
now.
Dylan.
So, I had just I had made it to out like in Hammond. Me and a couple of friends were going to go see a movie, and we decided to just yuck it up at the Books A Million that's over there. In the meantime, like before the movie starts.
Yeah.
And I go around, I see what they got. I pick out a book, and I go next to the cafe, grab a seat, and start reading. And as I'm reading, this guy, like, he walks into the store. Like, the reason I noticed him right away is because he was acting all shifty.
He's wearing a black robe, and he's wearing a skull mask.
No, see, that's the worst part. He looked relatively normal.
The cult, that's how they get you. Sorry.
Right. But I'm just like, okay, yeah, this looks a little weird, kind of a shady character, but whatever. And I just keep reading. I'm minding my own business. He comes and sits across from me. I'm like, Okay.
Honestly,
What the fuck is
I know
this?
that we've joked about me not being a good Samaritan a lot of times, about me not being, especially because of my job. We've joked about not being a good Samaritan.
Healthcare hero.
Yeah, we've joked about it a lot, but if I'm sitting somewhere and reading and someone sits down across from me and like stares at me, before they can even say anything, I'm going to look up from my book and I'm going to tell them, did I say you could sit there? Like, what is this, right? Did I say you could sit there? Like, who are you? You at least ask, like, hey, can
You're
I sit
my new
here?
friend now. We're having tacos.
If it's packed out and you need a seat, you can just be like, hey, can I sit here or can I borrow this chair? But if you just sit there and you like look at me like you have something to say,
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to be like, did I say you could, excuse me?
Right.
Right? Like,
And-
just because, like, what if I'm holding that seat for a friend of mine? This is a table for two and you're not the two.
No,
Like-
it wasn't like connected or anything. It was just like a bench. I had a chair with like an end table
he
next to
scoots
me.
closer to you.
He
I
scoots
don't-
ever closer.
So of course I don't say a damn thing. I just keep reading. Mind
Puts
my
his
own
arm
business.
around you.
No, this dude, he like chimes up like, "Hey man, how's it going? What's your name?" It's like
Bobby, pick a name. Always pick a
I'm
name.
doing all right. My name's Dave. And
Did you actually tell him that?
yes.
Oh,
Of course I'm not going to tell him my fucking name.
Next time, a cultist comes up to me, because this happens all the time. I don't know if you guys know about
Right.
that. In this state, it happens all the time. I'm gonna
shoot them.
I'm gonna tell them that my name is increasingly more like medieval. Right? my name's Tyrion Lannister. But his pick names from Game of Thrones and stuff.
right.
Like,
So I'm like, yeah, my name's Dave. I'm doing all right. What's how are you? I'm like, oh man, I'm great.
ever since I joined this cult,
Right, yeah. You might as well have been what he said. It's like how do you feel, man? Like you ever feel like, you're not quite all there, like you're feeling lost, like your life could be better? I'm like, no, I'm actually
have you tried cocaine?
No, it's like, no, man, things were pretty rough like a while back, I guess, but I'm actually doing a lot better. I'm having a great day. It's like, oh, well, I mean, come on, you gotta have something in there. Let's, telling you there's something more, It's like, no,
Nope.
I'm good.
What are you playing at,
I'm
asshole?
pretty content. I'm having a great day.
Until you showed up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's getting progressively worse.
Exactly.
Can you, like, fuck off?
Yeah, you're souring my atmosphere.
Right. It's like, well, man, that's great. I'm glad you feel that way. Anyway, here's a piece of paper. If you're ever interested or feeling down, I got a little nice little group that you can come. We could talk about some
Dude,
stuff.
what did the paper say?
I could not tell you for the life of me. If I'm being honest, it looked like fucking scrawlings
Ah,
that you
the
would find in
Cthulhu
a
writing.
mental institute. And
Ancient runes.
right. I'm like, yeah, sure. Sure, yeah.
So you couldn't read anything that it said?
I couldn't. I could not decipher what this man had scribbled onto this little piece of paper.
Do you have the paper still?
No, I
Why?
got rid of that shit.
No, what?
I do not.
We
Dude,
need
that was
this.
a fucking talisman for all I know. I do not want
Well,
that
if
shit.
you get rid of it, it's going to come back now.
Oh, that'd be hilarious.
Oh, no.
No, I haven't seen hide nor hair since, and I want to keep it that way.
Well, that's the ancient
that-
primordial noise that is Ian, my brother, and our editor, telling me that we are out of time for the day.
Shit. No, I gotta finish. It's just a little bit more. Okay, so after he realized he's not gonna get.
Oh, he's getting angry.
After I realized after he realized he's not gonna get anything out of me, he just like he kind of like gets up and then just walks off and he immediately leaves.
He was looking for you.
Motherfucker had pinpointed me as his target for the day.
I think that was Lucifer.
I mean, Jesus.
Dave spotted.
Dave spotted.
Hey, I know that motherfucker.
He walked in, looked at him, was like, that's the one.
That's Dave.
With him, we can overthrow the angels.
Insane. To this day, that is the most unsettling and crazy experience I've ever had.
He has his name in a book somewhere of
Yeah.
you, just named Dave.
Yeah, right. Dude, yeah. The fact that you gave him a fake name is the only reason why you're still alive.
Apparently.
Well, that was a good one. We talked mainly just about Chase's swim team for like 20 minutes. But good stories all around. For the next episode that we're all three on, we need to remember to talk about the time that me and Chase joined a cult. You said you joined a cult too, right?
No, something
You were
else
just joking.
happened.
Oh,
No,
okay.
something else happened. But
Well, we'll look into that story for the next episode, and I guess I have to talk about the time that I joined a cult, which, that's a different story for a different day.
Mm-hmm.
But till then, thanks for listening. I've been Ethan. You can find me and Dylan on the Aftermath podcast.
Yeah.
Mainly Dylan. I'm not on that one as much anymore because I'm doing this one now. Wow,
Bitch.
it's crazy. And also, I'm going to start streaming probably soon. I don't have a stream yet, but I'm trying to teach my friend to play League of Legends. And he's not good. He's not. I mean, he's not good. I'm not good either, though, so it's fine.
There is no good in that game.
And I, of course, will put my name under the moniker that I have for everything else, which is Gun Hard Bullet.
good.
Thanks for listening.
See you later, assholes.
That one's going to get edited out.
No, keep it. Keep that in.
Nah, you don't
You
need to keep
have
that.
to.